Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Bobby Black from the Unsquared Circle to bring you a special True News angle. And I just wanted to bring you this special just to kind of explain my thoughts on TNA's recent changes. TNA has been moving very fast recently and, you know, really just making a lot of changes, especially with Hogan and Bischoff in there. One of the changes that I wanted to address was, I wanted to know, and I have notes, so I'm sorry, I just kind of wrote these down, but why does TNA need to carbon copy every gimmick that the WWE had for these original characters? Kennedy's the same as Anderson. It's the same thing. Val Venis, Sean Morley. Same thing. Brian Kendrick. Well, we don't know really much. I mean, he just debuted and he really didn't show much, but he wore the same outfit that he wore in WWE. So, you know, and I mean, Hall, Nash, Scott, you know, Hall, Nash, and X-Pac, you know, it's the same thing. So, what is so different about these guys, and why are we so excited that they're... Granted, they are all great talent in the ring, except for Hall. You have, I mean, X-Pac, who is, or Six-Pac, my bad, who is okay in the ring. He can still go, especially after seeing him at Genesis. He can definitely still go in the ring. Val Venis, not bad in-ring work, especially for how long he's been off the market. I mean, I know he's been on Hogan's tour. Kennedy, you know, he didn't do too bad. The match was poorly booked at Genesis, but I mean, you know, you don't really want him to wrestle a monster in the beginning. So it's like, what's so different about these guys? I would hope that TNA would be able to come up with some different gimmicks for these guys. And I had an idea, and I'm going to throw it by you guys, is they should do some kind of insurgency storyline where all these guys are coming in with Hogan, and Hogan is starting this insurgency thing where you have, you know, Morley, you have the Nasty Boys, you have Waltman, you know, and you have all these guys who are coming in, and then you put them in a faction. Since the Main Event Mafia is gone, you could do this, and you could have this new faction of people coming in, and you could propel the Brian Kendrick and Anderson and Waltman, all these guys, into the spotlight, and kind of have them going against all the faces, you know. And then the big push would be to put Bobby Lashley as the in-ring leader. You know, like Hogan would be the out-of-ring leader, but then Lashley would be the, since he's not getting along with TNA management, Lashley would be the in-ring leader, and that would give something for them to do with Lashley. So, anyway, I don't know. The four-sided ring. It's not, I mean, I feel like I'm watching the WWE now, you know, with this. The six-sided ring is one of the things that made me watch TNA originally back in 2005. You know, I was watching Christian, Sting, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels, all these guys. And the six-sided ring, they made it innovative. They made the six-sided ring. I mean, when I first started watching TNA, I'm like, six-sided ring? This looks funky. I don't know, but I'll give it a chance. Because I saw all these great competitors. I'm like, well, I'll give it a chance. And the six-sided ring grew on me. And where Hogan said the six-sided ring only got you so far, the ring has nothing to do with how far the TNA's gotten. The problem is with the creative team and the management. And I don't think Hogan, at this point, and Bischoff are going to take it any further. There'll be an initial push, and it'll all get really good, and heck, it might even last a year. But just like WCW, it's going to go down. And people will lose interest because they're not delivering anything different. Granted, TNA has been delivering more of an Attitude Era feel with the knockouts, and you know, with kind of the way they're booking their stuff. It's kind of an Attitude Era type feel. But it's just not doing anything for me. About Hernandez. Why would you break up LAX just to put Hernandez back into the tag division? Especially with AJ Styles turning heel, why would you put two of your almost main eventers, Matt Morgan and Hernandez, in the tag division again? You need a solid tag division. Alright? You need to put Morgan and Hernandez in the title contention. If you're true as you're saying, which I can't really disallow the fact that they're pushing the young talent. I really can't say they're not, because really they are. I mean, they're pushing AJ Styles really well. I mean, you know, well, they were pushing Daniels, and I'm not going to go into that Sean Morley Daniels thing because that was, but you know, you are pushing the young talent. I will give you that, even though Samoa Joe wasn't on the Genesis card. But you know, you need to give us something different. You need to do something different with these new guys coming in, instead of saying, hey, look, it's Val Venis from 1998's WWE. You're just mimicking the Attitude Era. That's all you're doing. You're trying to bring aspects in from the Attitude Era in old WCW to put it over. And honestly, for me, and this is just one fan's perspective, it's not going to work. Not for me. I really, since Hogan and Bischoff have taken over, and I kind of watched the January 4th, I haven't really had much interest in TNA. And especially now with the four-sided ring going back in, it's just, and you know, Bischoff's like, oh, everybody hates change. Yeah, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, I think that's it. I kind of jumped around on my notes, so I'm sorry, but I was watching, you know, I was watching Genesis, and I watched the replay, because I didn't catch it last night, but I watched the replay, and this is just some of the things I noticed. I'm not really excited to the direction TNA is going. You know, I know that people said that it was bad back in 2007, 2008. I think it was 2008. But, you know, and people are like, ugh. And I know TNA's bringing in the ratings a little bit better right now, but when the steam's going to run out, and then they're going to realize that Hogan didn't do nothing but give them a big push, and then, you know, it's kind of like the Brian Kendrick's push in WWE. They give him this big push, and Vladimir Kozlov just doesn't work. So, anyway, I'm Bobby Black from the Unsquared Circle, bringing you a special True News angle. We are bringing you the true face of pro wrestling. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I am out.